A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke, chapter 2, verses 41 to 52. The passage is taken from the Message version of the Bible. Every year, Jesus' parents traveled to Jerusalem for the feast of Passover. When he was 12 years old, they went up as they always did for the feast. When it was over, and they left for home, the child, Jesus, stayed behind in Jerusalem, but his parents didn't know it, thinking he was somewhere in the company of pilgrims. They journeyed for a whole day and then began looking for him among relatives and neighbors. When they didn't find him, they went back to Jerusalem looking for him. The next day, they found him in the temple seated among the teachers, listening to them and asking questions. The teachers were all quite taken with him, impressed with the sharpness of his answers. But his parents were not impressed. They were upset and hurt. His mother said, "Young man, why have you done this to us? Your father and I have been half out of our minds looking for you." He said, "Why were you looking for me? Didn't you know that I had to be here, dealing with the things of my father?" But they had no idea what he was talking about. So he went back to Nazareth with them and lived obediently with them. His mother held these things dearly deep within herself, and Jesus matured, growing up in both body and spirit, blessed by both God and people. The Gospel of the Lord.
Good morning. I am Father Joseph Matthew, and this is Coffee with God. Today the church celebrates the solemnity of Saint Joseph, and let us now listen to a short reflection on the Holy Gospel according to Saint Luke, chapter 2, verses 41 to 51. Guardian of life and witness of faith. As we celebrate Saint Joseph's Day, the Gospel invites us to reflect on the hidden yet vital role of Saint Joseph in the infancy narrative of Jesus. His story is not just one from the past, but a living example of how faith, compassion, and trust in God can transform our lives today. The journey of Saint Joseph is the journey of a man faced with crisis and uncertainty. When confronted with the unexpected news of Mary's pregnancy, the rules of his faith community would have required him to expose her, placing her life at risk. Yet, Saint Joseph's righteousness was not rigid or harsh. He listened to the voice of God and allowed compassion to guide his decisions. Saint Joseph teaches us that the Christian vocation is not merely about following rules, but about protecting life and walking with others in love, especially in moments of their vulnerability. In his catechesis on Saint Joseph, Pope Francis reminded us that God entrusted what was most precious to him, Jesus and Mary, into the hands of Joseph. Today, God invites each of us to be guardians of life in our families, communities, and in the church. We are called to care for one another, to accompany those in need, and to foster life wherever it is fragile. Joseph's life also reminds us of the importance of transmitting faith within our families. Simple daily acts like praying together, attending Mass as a family, or blessing our children plant the seeds of faith that will one day bear fruit in their lives. As pilgrims of hope, let us look to Joseph as our model and protector. May we entrust ourselves, our families, and the church to His loving care, asking Him to guide us as we search for Jesus each day. Go to Joseph. Let him teach us how to walk in faith, guard life, and live in the constant presence of God. Saint Joseph, pray for us.